Okay, so after resetting the game by pressing up, A, and select, we have extra game right here, which sort of ramps up the difficulty of Kirby to a whole. And I don't just mean by control schemes or anything like that. You know, enemies start to appear more frequently, and even you get different kinds of enemies that come along that actually do a lot more damage. Like even these cockatoo enemies will probably do 1 point health of damage. The Waddle-Dees, I believe, they still remain the same amount of damage. Some enemies even require a bit more oomph into it, have a bit more of a damage resistance buff right there. The layout is pretty much sort of the same, with a few additional hazards that may come along the way, but you'll actually also get some enemies that move around a lot faster, like these motherfuckers. Just be really careful. If I suggest anything, just sort of take your time with it, especially when enemies are going to advance on the right. And even bosses have big upgrades. Well, not so much upgrades, but they sort of change their strategy in a way. So, like, this guy is fucking jumping more when it comes to these bombs. Oh, shit. And he also does this flying karate kick, which is kind of, oh shit, I was going to say easy to avoid, but I stand corrected. Yeah, so may I suggest just kind of take your time with this, but, you know, don't dilly-dally for too long, because you will get enemies that will completely fuck you up in the ass. Like that right there, he nearly got me there, so just be careful in advance. You know, the inhale ability is always a really useful thing to actually have, especially when you want to stop enemies coming along the way, except when there's other enemies that want to get in your path as well. That can be a frustrating thing to come across as well. You don't have to get all the enemies, that being said, you can just ignore them as much as you can, and because you've got nothing to prove. You just want to get to the end of all 5 stages. Holy shit, that's close. And like I said, these enemies will start flying in and start making your life a fucking misery. And even the big bosses at the end of those stages as well also up the ante in difficulty too, which we will get to, of course. Even right now, one hit wonder and I'm gone, because Kirby can take a bit more of a... No, he can't take much more of a beating. But that being said, oh, and there's even some items along the way that are very scarce now, so these Maximum Tomatoes probably won't appear so much more so on screen as opposed to the other one. But even like Wispy Woods right here has upped his game a bit, so instead of dropping apples, he'll start dropping these fucking Gordo spikes as well. And if you get hit by a Gordo spike, it takes out half of your health, so that's 3 health points gone right there. But he will start dropping apples too. The apples can also kick your ass in many various ways. It's not even funny. But just avoid the Gordos, especially the Gordos, when they bounce on the ground, they don't immediately sink to the ground. So just, yeah, try to avoid it as much as you can. I got hit, but that's okay. You know, we're doing a-okay just for the starters. You know, at least I'm trying to get to the end of the game and finish the extra game as quick as I can. I mean, I've got nothing to prove, and like I said, these fucking enemies are going to just fucking appear out of nowhere. I want to get this and start blowing shit up, because I've just had it with everything around here. And I should say also, enemies also drastically change too, so you have these ghosts instead of those fucking little spirit things or something like that. No, I didn't want to do that. Fly over the Gonzo cannon right there. Luckily he won't actually fire back. And yeah, even these bats right here, no, that's not the bats. Yeah, well, the bats have also garnered their reputation, a bit like the Castlevania's bats is around too. You just want to avoid that, especially these fucking enemies that start to jump up and make your life a hell of misery. Alright. And I'm just going to avoid that if I can get down there, because again, these guys right here, they're probably the most feared thing that you actually want to avoid. And these fucking things that are underwater, you can't do anything about them, because I can't inhale things while I'm underwater. You'd be full of water. I think obviously they changed that in future games, which you can still inhale shit while you're underwater. And not only that, but even Kirby starts to rock out his snorkels when he's actually underwater. Yeah, pretty common thing. Alright, got the invincible lollipop, so we're just gonna go and fuck everything throughout the whole entire world. Even got these fucking flying skulls. That's something like you'll come across in something like Mario, I would imagine, but anyway. Oh shit. Ah, god. Okay, so this guy right here, yep, instead of chucking boxes at you, he'll also chuck these fucking spiky Gordos, but that's only on his second push. Oh, I wasn't feeling that one. Okay. Sorry, I just had to you gotta sort of suck the box in, and then avoid his fucking way to go. But you may have noticed on the first two platforms he's on, his speed is slow, but in the bottom one, especially in the last two bottom ones that below, he's much more faster. So there's a bit of a trade-off right here. While you've got sort of distance from the bottom ones, but you have to match his speed, whereas the top you haven't got much distance from when he gets to the door, but at least he chucks things a lot more slower. Still, you got to be careful, of course. I'm just trying to wait for the right opportunity. That's not going to be it right there. Come on, dude. I'm actually expecting him to be in sort of the next top two ones, like here. 1, 2, and spit him back in his fucking face. Alright, cool. Got it through. Making our way through, of course, and just making sure that nothing is going to be in our way. I think when we come across here, make sure you go in here, because those enemies will be replaced with the fucking, well, these guys, because these, are not going to actually do much. And they don't actually fly around still. Once you get in, you want to just start moving. I do remember that actually does kick you in the ass somewhat, so yeah, just be aware. Oh god, I don't know how I even survived that, because I was caught on the edge and I was thinking that I was actually, going to get hit right there, but apparently not. So let's just keep it up and make sure I don't jinx myself. Get the energy drink, because they're also very tasty. We haven't got anything around here. I kind of forgot where I'm supposed to go, actually. Up here, duh, because that's where I was. There we go. And if you can, try and suck more than one thing if you can. Yeah, not today. Now I remember there was one area which will completely gimp you up. Alright, now we've got these bosses right here. The only difficult thing about this is that they're a lot more faster than... Oh, Jesus, I didn't expect that. Okay, they're a lot more faster to move around, and again, they will take 2 points of health. I wasn't feeling that one right there. I'm really taking my time with this, because I don't want to actually get caught in between and having to face the penalty, of course. Okay, I got to move out of the way. Where would be? Actually, I'm sort of stuck here until I actually do something about this. There we go. So along the way, I'm just going to just make sure that I just get enough space so I can fire the stars back at their faces. See, that's a little bit too close for comfort. All right, down here. Yeah, it's kind of cool that you can actually, well, I wouldn't say cool, but at least you can tell the difference between which one is which, because one of them has a fucking pink bow, to address the gender differences right there, of course, because we live in a society where we can get easily frustrated with that kind of shit. Oh, okay. You think I can make it? No, I can't make that one. Get fucked! Sweus. Alright, let's do this. That's stage 2 complete. We've got 3 more to go. This one I'm kind of dreading, because when I enter the next stage in Float Islands, I want to make sure I have enough not power points. I want to have enough HP when I come across the boss, because this boss actually decimates you, of course, to no end. This area right here, I would, again, the coconuts is another thing to avoid. Bombs are just flying there. Again, the bombs can be a friend if you just know how to use it right. I think there are going to be those floating little Diglett enemies that we will come across. And there was one point where I kind of got... Oh, Jesus. Okay, that's not it. Oh, jeez. And I think the cannons... No, they take 1 point of health from memory. Oh, shitballs. They're just everywhere. Alright. Now, I think it's around here, actually, is where the... Yeah, these fucking things, they start flying through, and it's always hard to avoid them fuckers, but I try and use my breath attack to at least destroy them all. Yeah, this thing is one of the few things I can actually get rid of the invincible hazards, like those gonzo cannons, so keep an eye out on that. These coconuts, what I try and do at least is just stand underneath them and then just move away as fast as you can, because also they explode too. For some reason they're fucking bombs, as if we need any more of that. Now, I know there will be in some areas in which there will be enemies that will try and gimp you as soon as you enter through the door. And these guys, their faces have drastically changed as well, so they possess more... Oh, and they also, they go through walls and shit, so fuck. Yeah, you thought you were safe, but no. Now, I know there's a coconut. There we go. Yep, the coconut will fall on, depending on what side that you were actually last on. Some will actually start phasing in and out. Well, obviously, when they're much more of a solid mass, then that's when you start attacking them, of course. Or when they start to do their little fucking spin attack thing right there. Don't move! There you go. If you don't move, then you're caught in the blast radius of those exploding coconuts, because otherwise you'll be a dumbass. I don't understand what this is. why is the water like this? I don't get that entirely for me. Yeah, the lives also still remain the same area as well, but I think in some certain points... What the shit? Oh god, I nearly died right there. In some certain points, there'll be lives... There'll be fewer lives, is what I'm trying to fucking say. Alright, what I'm trying to do is make much more of a great escape. There we go. Avoid these crab beam creatures. Like, for example, up here, I think instead of a Maxim Tomato, yep, we've got an energy drink, so it's kind of nerfed itself a bit because of the difficulty. And I think that was a way out, but it's not, so whatever. Alright, let's get down here, making sure... no, okay, we're safe for now, I guess. Going out through the door. Now, I think this bit right here is where I'm trying my best not to actually get hit so much, because we need to get to... Oh, fuck, yeah, this bit right here. This is the real ass kicker right there. But except, let's just keep going, because I remember there's this secret, which is not there. I'm trying to remember where it is, actually. Fuck. Oh, right there. But I have to make it to the other side, otherwise I'm going to be bamboozled. Go, go, go! Alright. Got a life. But then we've got an energy drink, but that's not going to actually do much. I need a Maxim Tomato so I can get more health refilled right there. I need more insurance on that ship. Alright, let's just keep going. But I think if we just escape from this pirate ship, we should be alright. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh. It's always hard to judge the distance. I think it's right here, actually. Yeah, these fucking cannons. Alright. Alright, here we go. Going on to the whale, which will take us up into the clouds. Again, I'm really getting Super Mario Brothers 2 vibes of this shit, just simply because of the whale stage. And I just fucking abuse the system by using Princess Peach, because she can just fucking glide her way through. Alright, let's get the citrusy lemon. Now, this is going to be the hardest part right here, because I'm trying to think... There is like a certain area in which you can attack, which I think is at the bottom, to be honest. You stick to the bottom, then you have more chances of actually getting him. But if I remember, yeah, from the top, he's actually a lot more harder to just get. Like I said, even at... you need sort of full health to just withstand his abuse right there. It's not easy, of course, but we'll try and get there as much as we can. So let's try that again. And I just need a bit more rapid on this fire. Like so. Sort of be aware of his patterns, of course, when he starts changing it up a bit. Especially that zoom attack right there. Sometimes that's a little bit hard to avoid, but I'm going to try my best not to get caught in between from being up on top right there. Alright. Still got what? Oh god, okay. I actually got confused. I thought I was on 1 point of health, but it turned out no, he was, so yep, there we go. So that's yeah, the best way to get rid of him is sort of stick near the bottom, but not too much, because I find near the top is actually the cannons actually start to intercept Kirby's path a lot more frequently than it would be at the bottom. At least that's upon my experience and research I've done with this. Okay, so now we've got this stage, which this should be kind of a breeze in the park, because when it comes to versing Krakow, you know, he's actually, you know, we've got our abusive system right there. It should be no worried fear. I don't know if I actually, no, I guess we're gonna have to go. Okay, so he's kind of stuck. Yeah, I thought he was gonna fucking follow us. You bastard! All right, let's go. Let's get the fuck out of here. Oh Jesus! Everything. Yeah, the equivalent of Australia right here in this dreamland is. Oh shit! Scrap these. Okay, don't want to do that. Make sure you get your distance away from these fuckers, because they are a bomb. They're a flying happy bomb, and I don't want to get too involved with their life story right there, because I'm not interested in their autobiography. Yeah, I don't care if it's a bestseller. You know, Kirby and myself are not interested. Okay, these little cat creatures that kind of remind me. Oh shit! Yeah, and they just keep going with this. These parasols will start homing in onto you. I think yeah, you can suck them in, of course. But of course, when you get rid of the enemy that they descent down, then yeah. Fucking sentient as shit. You just have... Oh, I think this is it right here. There will be an enemy that will get me across, because... Oh, yeah, right there. Everything. Holy shit. Everything just wants to fucking kill me. Oh, fuck. Oh, these boomerang bastards. Alright. Were they here before? Oh, shit, I forgot. They can't catch the boomerangs. Yeah, they can throw them, but they can't catch. Whatever. Alright, I've got to be very careful with this next bit right here. Let's wait for him. Right, sweet. And piss off right there. pelicans. Now remember, oh shit, yeah, look how fucking fast these fucking guys go. It's just almost impossible. And especially when you're trying to get rid of the scrafties, but then you'll get some that will just zoom in towards you, and you've got no chance of avoiding them. Okay, got one right there. I know there's probably going to be another one. Okay, so far so good. I knew it, yep, I saw you coming. And get fucked. Alright. I do need health because I am on 1 hit point right there, which is not good. This one should be alright because everything is kind of tight in a way. Well, I say that and, you know... Oh, Jesus. Even these fucking creatures, they're, I was going to say, so sporadic, you can't even tell which way they're going to be darting across. But okay, well, we're here right now and we've got a fresh amount of health, but I want to at least keep the health as much as possible because, you know, this game is actually a lot more harder to play in extra game, as you can tell. I'm taking quite a bit of a beating, and I've already got two game overs. Well, not game overs, but you know what I mean. We've already lost 2 lives, so just trying to keep up the trend of not being too bad at this, I want to say. I don't think I want to... Oh, Jesus. Yeah, please don't get hit by those guys. I want to say I'm really terrible, especially at a Kirby game. That's kind of a, you know, a bit of a disapproving, it's kind of an embarrassment if you actually suck at a Kirby game, or at least struggle at it. Okay, so just remember just to stick to the corner right here, because he can't get you until... Oh, except, yeah, that's right, do the fucking jump. Okay, and then... No, duck, not jump. What was I talking? I meant duck. So you just stay here until, yeah, Krako just flies around, and just keep up with this charade right there. It's just the last part right here. You're going to have to really stretch the time in, and I don't want to say make the sacrifice where you're getting hurt by those bombs, but yeah, you just got to... Yeah, because you need to be a lot more quick before he does these little setup right there. Yeah, like that. There we go. Okay, got that, and then I just need one more hit to get rid of this asshole. Bam! Alright, got him. And we'll meet him again. Don't know when, don't know where. But I know we'll meet again some sunny day. Alright, let's get this citrus fruit of lemon and start going absolutely berserk with this shit. See, unlike the last stage we've done right here, these fucking guys... In fact, let's go all the way through because I would have, you know, if I got hit by them, I would have died. You know, game over. But they start going through the wall, and they will actually follow Kirby, so just keep an eye out, and just get the fuck out of there as fast as possible, because you don't want to have to spend too much time. Even these spikes, I believe, if not a one-hit kill, then they will actually sap a lot of your health. Alright, don't go any forward. I remember I got to that Scrafty, and then I went forward a bit and died to him, because, you know, I should have known better. Now, this part right here, those stars will actually hurt you, so they're like literal meteorites that are completely hazardous. About fucking time, I would say, but at the same time, you know, it's kind of like, well, the stars have always been, you know, a big asset to Kirby. Now all of a sudden they want to hurt him? What the fuck? I don't even understand. Okay, we're here now, so we're going to follow the same sort of process by getting to the edge, well, getting to the top, fuck you, and wanting to get our treasures. When I say treasures, is that we need more. Fucking hell, the parasols of shit. Want to get to our reward by avoiding those fucking umbrellas and start going down. I think that instead of 2 lives we can get, there is 1, but again, watch out for these fucking, these Gordos, because you can get hit by them. You hit by them twice, and then that's it. Don't want to stay in the air for too long, because I think I'll miss a life if not fast enough. Jesus Christ. I was only maxing tomatoes. I thought there was another... Fuck! Damn it! That's not what I wanted. Okay, alright, well, we're just gonna have to deal with this shit then. So we're gonna do that, and then he's going to... it's this bit right here. Alright. I'm just getting used to this. I mean, Krako is a lot more easier to get because he's so much more bigger, but it's just the, you just have to really make sure, watch out for when he starts doing the dart attack, because this is, it can be quite tight, if you know, miss time you jump, of course, and sometimes I feel like his beam attack is just a little bit too close for comfort, like so right there. See, there's another jump, so sometimes he's not going to follow his pattern all the time. He may do another dash attack, but no, instead he does a bomb, and then you want to, well, even after you jump, make sure you face away, you face towards him, because otherwise you face the wrong way and you'll end up getting blasted by the bomb. Which I've noticed, the bomb actually took 1 point of health off me, rather than the bomb when I versed the first form of Krako. I think it took 2 points of health. A bit strange, but, or maybe I'm thinking of something else. Anyway, that's stage 4.